So the question is, why are we here? We're here because we're all forward thinkers, right? We believe in the technology and the power it can play in really reshaping the agricultural scene in Egypt, which is facing the issue that we're discussing throughout the day today. So that being said, how can we as Synapse or Synapse Analytics help with this problem? So basically, we are an AI and data science company, and we really focus on helping businesses and banks specifically with their data needs, right? We help them monetize their data to be able to, essentially at the end of the day, save time, make more money, or cut costs. It really depends on the use case at hand. And we do this because we really believe that we want to spread the technology such as AI as much as possible from the biggest businesses that are available in the world to the smallest user possible that can use this application or use or feel the effects of such a technology on themselves. So in a very quick nutshell, what we do is we help banks achieve instant and accurate scoring for all of their customers with little to no human intervention. And this is because we want to accelerate all the forms of decision making that you can make on a daily basis multiple times without worrying about any of the results that you can expect from such an engine. So the reason we do this is because there are three main issues that the banks and the customers are facing on a day-to-day basis when they ask for a loan. The first one is that the banks have a major problem in terms of scalability because of the fact that with the large amounts of volume of people that are coming in, you need a lot of expertise and you need a lot of know-how within the human capital or the human resources to be able to accurately assess these people. Using the AI engines really resolves this issue at all because it accelerates all of this without any need for further human interaction than it needs be. Okay. The second thing that really we face as businesses and as banks is the accuracies. My AI or the AI engines really help with the performance of the loan decision making and the accuracies of the decision making because we want to guarantee the performance of these offered loans. We want to minimize the NPLs and the defaults as much as possible. And the third thing is because we want to create the best user experience possible. My customer needs speed, and this is used in the form of instant decision making. When I'm applying for a loan, I expect an instant decision to be made right away because it's a very critical issue, it's very time sensitive, and this can be really the dividing line between having a successful crop or an unsuccessful one based on the financing offered. So just to give you some context about who we are, we've been around since 2018, and in that time we've worked in more than 10 industries focusing really on the NBFI and banking space, and that being said, we are very lucky to say that all AI credit scoring applications that are taking place in Egypt right now are done through us. So we have a very good know-how into the shortcuts that we can take, the pitfalls that we can fall into, and this allows us to really, deploy these models as quickly as possible to have that go live in a matter of a few weeks. So what are the issues really, that can completely disengage both parties, whether that we're talking about the banks or we're talking about the customer itself that is, having this issue. As we said earlier in the earlier slides, the three main things that the credit scoring really solves at the end of the day. And that's the first one is the inability or difficulty to scale the bank or the business, right? Because we have a very high need for further human capital with expertise. The second thing is really because we have a lot of know-how in the banks, we have a lot of experts, we rely heavily on their expertise. What happens when these people leave the banks? What happens when these people are sick and can't, work anymore? What happens if they, wake up one day and they decide that they don't want to, do what they need to do? we move from an expert-based system into a science-based system, compressing all the expertise that you have as a bank into one single source of truth that can really help launch this forward. And the third thing is, as we said, the customers can be completely turned off when it comes to, the user experience. And at the end of the day, we have to be obsessed with the user. We have to focus on the user and the customer as much as possible to allow them to be a repeat customer and really use our technologies without really having the hassle or friction that allows for disengagement. So therefore, we offer as Synapse Analytics what we call the AI, credit scoring engine, and in an instantly, you can show that we take in all the available data points that you can have as a bank or as a system, and we take all of this and we crunch it and we turn that into an output that gives us a score, a decision, acceptance or rejection, and a limit, right? Based on the scorecards, the business policies, the rules that you already have as a bank that is in place to be able to create that instantaneous user experience, that instantaneous decision, to have the most accurate system that's available within the market. And just as an example, some of the clients that we work with, some of the top NBFIs in Egypt at the moment are using our technology on a daily basis. We're getting millions and millions of users on a day-to-day basis, and we're very happy to be sharing this solution with you today. So thank you very much, and I'm open to any questions, if any.